welcome to Before the Dirt Nap podcast number 2055. Yes, we're getting up there in numbers. Today it is Luck of the Irish, tracing your Irish ancestry and traditions. And of course, it's in honor of St. Patrick's Day. Yeah, so we're wearing the green. And the only reason I have these on is because they're green. So I tried to get some really cool ones, but they wouldn't get delivered till after St. Patrick's Day. And I was sort of like, I've got my Shrek ears. They're green. They'll do. They match. So happy St. Patrick's Day. Whether you have Irish ancestry or just love the holiday, tonight we're diving into the history, traditions, and ways to trace your Irish roots. And a fun fact, over 33 million Americans have Irish ancestry, more than 7 times the population of Ireland itself. Wow, that's a lot of people with Irish ancestry. So where did your Irish ancestors come from and how can you find them? So first of all, Irish immigration to the US and beyond. Most Irish immigrants came in during the Great Famine from 1845 to 1852. Many settled in New York, Boston, Philadelphia, and Chicago, as well as Canada and Australia. And there were some that went to New Zealand too. For example, John F. Kennedy's great-grandfather, Patrick Kennedy, was a famine immigrant. Irish surnames and their meaning. So Mac with the MC or the MAC means son of. So the Mac is son of. And so if you have like McCarthy, it is son of McCarthack. The O apostrophe, it means descendant of. So O'Neill is descendant of Neil. Difficulties in Irish records. Many surnames were changed and misspelled upon arrival in America. Where to find Irish genealogy records. The Irish census records from 1901 and 1911 are the only surviving census of Ireland. The Griffiths valuation from 1847 to 1864 is a land survey listing property owners and tenants. You also have the church records, baptisms, marriages, and burials before civil registration. Passenger lists and naturalization records. Many Irish immigrants changed their names upon arrival. For example, a researcher found her ancestor, Patrick O'Donnell, listed as Patrick Daniels after immigration. If your ancestor's birthplace is missing, look for sibling records. A clue may be hiding there. And we always say, if you want to go up, sometimes you got to go wide, which means the siblings and the cousins, to find information and clues that will help you go up. So the other place that you can go is, what's that website called? There's actually a website for Ireland roots or Irish roots. Hang on. One moment, please. Roots Ireland. Oh, it moved on me. rootsireland.ie. And this helps you find your Irish ancestors today with the Irish Family History Foundation online research services. So they've got a lot of really cool services on there. There is a subscription for the site. So, but you can check it out. It's, like I said, rootsireland.ie, and they have a lot of stuff. If you're using MyHeritage, you can explore your Irish roots on there as well. They have a huge Irish database on there. emeraldancestors.com is another good place to find Northern Irish ancestry. What else have we got in here? The Irish Family History Center. They are another great resource. So for online stuff, there's a lot of good resources out there. So check them out. Histories and traditions of St. Patrick's Day. How did this Irish celebrant become a global holiday? Who was St. Patrick? He was born in Roman Britain, kidnapped by Irish pirates at 16, and later became a Christian missionary in Ireland. The legend is that St. Patrick drove the snakes out of Ireland, although historians say Ireland never had snakes. Why March 17th? It marks the day he died in 461 AD. So how did St. Patrick's Day become a worldwide celebration? The first St. Patrick's Day parade was actually held in New York in 1762. It became a major Irish American holiday due to the large Irish immigrant population. Chicago river dyeing tradition since 1962, when Chicago dyes its river green for the holiday. Why wear green? Green is Ireland's nickname, the Emerald Isle. Folklore wearing green makes you invisible to leprechauns who pinch anyone they see. I love that. And fun fact, blue, not green, was originally associated with St. Patrick. Irish folklore and strange traditions, from leprechauns to banshees, Ireland is full of legends. I have to tell you, I love hearing myths and legends from different countries, and some of them have some truth behind them into how they got started, and some are just completely made up. Leprechauns and their trickster ways, small mischievous fairies known for hoarding gold at the end of the rainbows. The origins likely based on old Celtic shoemaker stories. Many leprechauns were cobblers. How to catch one? Folklore says if you catch a leprechaun, he must grant you 3 wishes. The banshee, Ireland's ghostly warning, a spirit that wails before a death in the family. Legend says banshees are linked to old Irish noble families. The O'Brien family has a famous story of a banshee appearing before the great chieftain's death. The luck of the Irish, where did it come from? Often associated with gold, 4-leaf clovers, and good fortune. The clover symbolism, the 3-leaf clover, the shamrock, is St. Patrick used to teach about the Trinity. And the 4-leaf clover, rare and lucky, 1 in 5,000 chance of finding one. I remember being in, was it middle school? Yeah, middle school. The teacher took us, it was St. Patrick's Day, so the teacher took us out into a paddock, which was next door to the playing fields, the sports fields at the school I was at. And we basically had to go and see if we could find a 4-leaf clover. That's how she entertained us for an hour. We were out there for an hour, all of us looking for 4-leaf clovers. None of us ever found one, but it kept us busy for an hour. Do you have any Irish superstitions or family traditions? You want to keep kids busy on St. Patrick's Day? Take them into a field where there's a lot of clover and tell them to go look for a 4-leaf clover. It will keep that there, and they don't want to give up because the next patch that they look at may have that 4-leaf clover in there. There's that fear of missing out, of being able to find a 4-leaf clover, even though you have a 1 in 5,000 chance of actually finding one. So it was actually quite interesting to see the creativity in the class on how they created the illusion of 4-leaf clovers with a 3-leaf that they'd like take a regular 3-leaf, break off 2 of the leaves and tuck it into a regular 3-leaf clover so that when you held it by the stems, it looked like it was a 4-leaf clover. I tell you, they would split the clover leaf to make it look like it was 4 leaves, and the teacher was fully aware of what was going on. But hey, it was a great way. You didn't have to teach them anything. It was just a great way to be outside in the fresh air and doing something fun and crazy. Whether you have Irish ancestry or just love the spirit of St. Patrick's Day, the stories, traditions, and genealogy records of Ireland are rich with history. Your challenge, try researching your Irish surname. Does it have a unique meaning? I actually, my second great-grandmother was born in the police barracks in Dublin, Ireland. Her father is definitely Irish. We have proven that. Her mother, though, we are not sure if she was Irish or Scottish. We're having a lot of difficulty finding her records. So we're not exactly sure if she's Irish or Scottish. Oh, I've got stuff on my sleeve. Look at that. Not sure what that's from. But yeah, so we have my third great-grandmother. We don't know if she's Scottish or Irish, and she has a surname that could be either. So we're still working on her and finding her records. So that's an ongoing investigation. But my second great-grandmother, her father, my third great-grandfather, was most definitely Irish. We've found his birth records. We've found the information about his parents. There's a whole bunch of information that we've found about him that leads us to believe that this is the person who is my my third great-grandfather. So we've definitely proven him. We've proven his parents as well. So I definitely have roots in Ireland. Plus, in my DNA, there's some Irish blood in there as well. Let's see. From tracing Irish ancestors to celebrating St. Patrick Day traditions, we hope you've learned something new today. Whether you're Irish by blood or Irish for the day, or just Irish for the day, we wish you a lucky and joyful holiday. That kind of rhymes. So that's it from us tonight for St. Patrick's Day. Go out, enjoy the day. If you have Irish roots, go check them out. Go find, what does that surname mean? Where did it come from? What are some of the folklores that you have heard from your Irish ancestry? What are some of the fun things that you do to celebrate St. Patrick's Day? Let us know in the comments below. And we also have a question for you in there that says, do you have Irish roots in your family tree, or maybe a St. Patrick's Day tradition? Let's celebrate the Irish spirits. Let us know in the comments below how you celebrate, what traditions you have for St. Patrick's Day. Do you have any Irish ancestry? What part of Ireland do they come from? Have you ever visited the Emerald Isle and visited these places? It's on my list. So go out, have a super fantastic sparkling St. Patrick's Day, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific. Hey, konara.